This is essentially what happened in America. For 200, 400 years, white people had a massive head start. White people were allowed to own land, start businesses, build generational wealth, and pass it down. We'll talk about this later on in the video as well. While black people, on the other hand, were enslaved, working for free, and building the wealth of this country for white people.
It's crazy, bro. They got released from slavery just to, like, they just got let out.
Slavery.
Yeah, they just got, it was just like, all right, y'all can go. Nothing. Their families literally get enslaved for generations. All right, y'all can go.
Where my reparations at, bro?
What do you mean I can go? I don't got shit.
She says, this is what we must never forget, that economics was the reason that black people were brought to this country. We came to do the agricultural work in the South and the textile work in the North. Do you understand that that's why, what we came to do? We came to do the agricultural work in the South and the textile work in the North. She then says, now right now, if I decided that I wanted to play Monopoly with you, and for 400 rounds of playing Monopoly, I didn't allow you to have any money, I didn't allow you to have anything on the board. I didn't allow for you to do anything while we played one another. And then we played another 50 rounds of Monopoly, and everything that you gained and earned while you were playing that round of Monopoly was taken from you. That was Tulsa, the race massacre. That was Rosewood. There are pipes. There are places where we built black economic wealth, where we were self-sufficient, where we owned our stores, where we owned our property, and they burned it to the ground. So that's 450 years.
And they never want to mention this in history class. I wonder why. Why not talk about the many neighborhoods, the neighborhood that is now Lake Lanier in Atlanta, where they literally drowned a whole black town out there, or during the race massacre that was happening in Atlanta, where they literally destroyed a bunch of black businesses that were literally downtown in that city. Well, what about the black businesses that were destroyed in Wall Street in South Carolina? The black businesses destroyed in Tulsa, the black businesses destroyed in many other cities, various other cities, Philadelphia, yeah. I'm pretty sure New York had the same thing.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure Detroit had the same thing. And they straight fucking destroyed all of this shit.
Literally all these race riots and massacres all in all 50 states.
Yeah. And people are, and these Republicans are going to sit here and fucking say that there's no such thing as racism. It doesn't exist in this country. But you can literally go back in fucking history and see what they've done to our neighborhoods, to our communities, to our banks, to our businesses. And they're going to sit here and call you a victim. We saw what happened. It's literally in the books.
It's literally, we have receipts, bro. Folks got receipts.
Whole ass receipts, bro. Whole ass receipts.
We have receipts, and then they'll say that shit's invalid receipt.
See, that's why Trump and Ron DeSantis and all these guys are trying to remove black history from the books. They're trying to move Indian and black history, even though those both are the same history. They're trying to remove them from the books so people don't know that shit even went down.
Because that happened. Because that's how you know. Listen, if they're trying to remove it from the books, that is how you know. It was so damn bad that they removed it from the history books. Listen, man, I'm telling you.
They're going to sit here and say the government had no part in that shit. The government had a full part in that shit. What about the neighborhood that was bombed in Philly? Because those people were black liberationists, black activists, and the government just bombed those buildings right in Philadelphia?
Drop shells on the buildings, bro?
She says. 450 years, so for 400 rounds of Monopoly, you don't get to play at all. Not only do you not get to play, this is the crazy part, you have to play on behalf of the person that you're playing against. And you have to play and make money and earn wealth for them, and then you have to turn it over to them. So then, for 50 years, you finally get a little bit, and you're allowed to play. And every time that they don't like the way you're playing, or that you're catching up, or that you're doing something to be self-sufficient, they burn your game.
They see the slimmest bit of competition, and they instantly just destroy your game.
They're going ape shit.
Yeah.
Going monkey. Ship it out.
They see one little black business, they're like, nope, can't do it, nope. Superior, right?
How's that even fair, bro?
Superior. They're superior.
They burn your cards, they burn your Monopoly money. Again, she's saying that's Tulsa. I mean, the clip is really powerful. I wish I could play it, but you guys get the idea, right? This is essentially what happened in America. For 200, 400 years, white people had a massive head start. White people were allowed to own land, start businesses, build generational wealth, and pass it down. We'll talk about this later on in the video as well. While black people, on the other hand, were enslaved, working for free, and building the wealth of this country for white people without seeing a dime for for themselves or their families. And then, after slavery was abolished, black people weren't even handed a clean slate or equal opportunities. Instead, they faced systemic barriers like Jim Crow laws, redlining, voter suppression, segregated schools. The police force were cracking down on black people disproportionately, and I'll talk about this more at the end of the video.
It's crazy, bro. They got released from slavery just to like,
Just
they just got let out.
More slavery.
Yeah, they just got, it was just like, all right, y'all can go. Nothing. Their families literally get enslaved for generations. All right, y'all can go.
Where my reparations at, bro?
What do you mean I can go? I don't got shit.
Where's my compensation? Are you gonna give me a house? Are you gonna give me a car?
I got like 2 cents on me, bro. And you're talking about I'm free. To go where? Right when they let us out of slavery. Right after that,
we instantly got to building,
bro.
Rebuilding.
We instantly ended up with businesses all over the fucking country. Banks, bro. Hospital, bro.
Schools, colleges. Bro, at one point, we even had our own, we were even manufacturing our own cars.
Didn't even know that.
Yeah, the amount that we sold was 150 units. We were at one point, yeah, I bet y'all don't even know about that. At that time, we were manufacturing our own vehicles.
Literally. And it's crazy. We were doing all this literally, what, 2 decades after they let us. 4 decades, bro. And instantly got our shit back together? Bro, how you can imagine how they felt after seeing that. Hold on, bro. Like, what do you even mean? We literally enslaved generations of these motherfuckers, and they got out and instantly outdid us. There's Black Wall Streets all over the country. There's fucking black banks, car manufacturing, bro. We gotta fucking destroy these fucking places, bro. We gotta fucking bomb these places. We gotta destroy these places. We gotta find a reason. So we're gonna use the reason of a black man raping a white woman, and that's how we will destroy all of their fucking communities. They literally had to go to war with us because they were terrified, bro. Literally, imagine from 14 years old all the way to 55 years old, you're stuck in a cage your entire life, and then as soon as you get out of the cage, you get rich.
Yo,
that's how they were feeling, bro.
How's that even possible? I thought we had you Negroes in chains for multiple generations, and then we let you out, and then you start doing that? We didn't expect you to start doing that.
A lot of us need to wake up.
Well, that's why it's so absurd when MAGA supporters are like, well, you need to take responsibility for your own actions. Black people should be on the same level as us. Do you not understand the massive head start that white Americans have? This is for the hypothetical MAGA voter listening. And not only a massive head start, but Kimberly makes a great point here, because every single time black Americans began to build wealth, white Americans would literally burn down their cities. So to go back to the analogy, I'm kind of losing the analogy here, but imagine playing 400 rounds of Monopoly, and then you get to join the board and you're expected to catch up right away. A lot of Trump supporters will argue, well, slavery ended over 150 years ago, 200 years ago. Redlining isn't even legal anymore. Why does this still matter? But it matters because the effects of these policies didn't just vanish overnight when the laws changed. We can go to redlining, for example. Think about the ripple effects of that law. Without access to affordable home loans, black families couldn't accumulate wealth through property ownership, which, by the way, is the single largest source of generational wealth in America, and black people were deprived of that. Even after slavery ended, even after the civil rights era, this meant fewer opportunities for better education, fewer opportunities for starting businesses or escaping cycles of poverty, and these disparities didn't happen by accident. They were the result of deliberate policies put into place by white people. And redlining is just a single example. We can look at mass incarceration, which disproportionately targets black communities. We can look at voter suppression laws that are designed specifically to disenfranchise certain voters, specifically black voters. There are even disparities in healthcare access. This is real. There are disparities in healthcare access between white and black Americans.
On top of that too, I don't know if you already mentioned, but like our property, when black folk put their property up for sale, for people to buy, when they have black art, African art, the property, that should significantly, like the value of it significantly decreases, bro.
Because remember, back then they also had the 1-drop rule. So same shit going with the properties and all that shit, bro. 1-drop rule with everything. The slightest bit of blackness in anything, and it no longer needs to be needed in our society. Nowadays, everyone in America is into black culture. Everyone in America, because there's no way to stop it at this point in time.
And these are all downstream effects of systems put in place not even that long ago. Redlining laws aren't that old. I mean, that's like my grandparents were alive during that era.
I don't understand, or I don't know the definition of systematic racism. So I'm gonna ask you to define it for me.
Nigga, are you fucking serious? How the fuck you a black Trump supporter? He's, I don't know what systemic racism is. I need you to tell me what that is.
Like literally playing semantics, bro.
And I act like you don't know shit.
How do you not know what that is?
And they have this dude, it's conscious. I know exactly what that dude is. Right, bro? I think he's pretty nice. He doesn't even have to baby. Like, you have him trying to baby you, trying to act. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's got to baby this dude.
What is systematic racism?
Systemic racism is when you have practices, policies, and legislation that are structured in a way that disproportionately impacts black people. Do you want me to give you some examples of policy or legislation?
Because from my understanding that we already have it in federal law that is opposed to that. But I want you to give me an example.
I'm gonna give you
Definitely
an example.
give me an example.
I'm gonna give you the perfect example first. Right.
Let's go straight on down.
Straight to the perfect example. See, the second video that got my attention is where you were rhetorically asking the question, like, what can me as a black person not do?
Wait. You deflecting.
No, I'm not deflecting. I'm about to give you systemic racism. I'm about to give you
Perfect dude to just be a complete and utter, just foolish, just waste man, bro. Like, how you I name Craig. You don't know nothing about systemic racism. Yeah, I chat one way about nonsense, but you have to give me one, yeah. You have to give me like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like, bro, like, come on.
Because he probably thinks it's a victim mentality, but the thing is, it's not. It's real shit that happened.
And the fact is, about to clap your shit in 3 minutes is about to just say a whole lot about you.
This shit.
This is all on you, Craig. Some bodies are on you.
3-minute intervals. Craig, we're speaking 3-minute intervals. All I ask, Craig, is that when you talking, I'ma shut up and I'ma listen. When I'm talking, just shut up and listen.
Go ahead. Start
3 minutes. 3 minutes. Timer going right now. So listen, Craig, for you to say that systemic racism does not exist on one end and then say the Platinum Plus is good on the other end, it's a contradiction. The Platinum Plus plan is acknowledging the systemic racism in terms of the economic system. So when you say, what can I do as a black man, what can I do as a black man that white folks can do? Obviously, get a damn loan. That's the reason why the Platinum Plus plan is giving the incentive to give black people loan. My second argument about systemic racism, your president pushed the First Step Act. Black conservatives love to say, Trump care about black people. He pushed the First Step Act. The First Step Act is acknowledging the systemic racism in terms of policing, acknowledging that black people are disproportionately impacted by policing and the systemic racism specifically. And your president is trying to, push the First Step Act to make it It's get reversed. So when you say that systemic racism doesn't exist, you sound like Willie the Foo-Foo, with all respect. I hope I say that with all respect. But I got 1 minute and 50 seconds left. So I'm gonna finish my time. So, you feel me? When you said America is not structured by systemic racism, or you said that America isn't structured by racism, let me educate you on just a little bit of American history. I got 3 minutes, Craig. I'm gonna give you time to talk. Now, when your president,
timer, man. I see you.
Hey, listen, fam. The timer gonna go off. I don't know if you know how iPhones work, but the timer gonna go off. When the timer go off, I'm gonna shut up. You feel me? But you know what? The little 30 seconds, 10 seconds you just got from me, I don't even need it. Peep game though. When Thomas Jefferson said that we gotta kill the savage and save the man to Native Americans, did you not know that was structured with policy in terms of America? Listen. When the Constitution says that we have the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, do you know that did not account for the slave? So when we fast forward that now to right now in 2020, when the 13th Amendment says that the United States federal government shall prohibit slavery except for punishment, conviction of crime, do you think it is coincidence that descendants of slaves are 6 times more likely of being convicted of a punishment of crime? Now I know you're gonna try some anti-black shit where it's gonna be like, well, George, black people commit more crimes, therefore we are more punished. I'm going to present to you right now some studies that say that black people and white people commit crimes at similar rates, but black people are still 3 times more likely of being suspected of committing a crime. So when you get up here and tell me some anti-black stuff about how black people commit more crimes, keep in mind that your president has already signed a piece of policy and legislation where it tries to acknowledge the policing and mass incarceration, especially on the federal level. That's what the First Birthday Act was for. You feel me?
Talk about how we commit like similar black folks commit a similar amount of crime. Then the next argument, the next thing to deflect off of that, to defend against that is like, whoa, okay, well, we may commit this similar crime to y'all, but that's because we're more of the population. So like I told you about that. So
Yeah, but it doesn't really deviate the point.
that doesn't even mean anything. Okay, you're more of the population, but you're still, if like there's a chance you look in other countries where it's mainly one group of people, they're not committing crimes like that.
I find it funny how they were saying that, I think the 16th Amendment, they were saying how all slavery is prohibited except putting your ass in fucking jail. So putting your ass in jail is considered a form of slavery. So they said all slavery is prohibited except putting your black ass in fucking jail. And what is going on with us now? They're like, okay, we're going to release them from slavery just to put them into debt slavery and put them into jail.
Which will sooner or later take your ass to prison.
Yeah, and the rates of us going to jail has been so big for the longest fucking time. They can literally utilize the police against us and put racial agendas against us in order for us to be the ones that go to jail way more than any other group, bro. And then they also use the judicial system against us. They've been doing this shit for decades. Decades, bro.
It's insane, right? Then they'll say that, oh, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
I'm gonna pull up a clip of me talking to a Trump supporter about this exact same topic. I try to explain to him respectfully that systemic racism does exist in America, and I think he begins to realize it almost.
Police officers, Antifa, Black Lives Matter.
I can point a few differences out with these. First of all,
Point them out.
Biden's rhetoric surrounding the riots was always, "You need to stop the rioting. It's not an effective way to communicate." Trump's rhetoric surrounding January 6th was always, "Go take your country back. Every court, every institution is lying to you."
He said, I don't want to see any violence.
But the totality of his rhetoric leading up to that, the months leading up to it, he says he doesn't want to see violence.
Are you justifying then everything that Antifa and Black Lives Matter did?
I think Black Lives Matter had some sort of point about the justice system being racist in some way.
No.
No, you don't think so?
No, absolutely not. I don't buy in systemic racism.
You don't think so?
At all. No.
Even just, okay, marijuana usage. White and black people use marijuana at roughly the same rates across the country, but black people are arrested and charged at a 4 times higher rate. And this isn't their fault, it's because of a justice system that is tilted. What then happens is that black father is pulled away from their family at a disproportionate rate from white people. The child of that person is therefore affected, and it becomes a cyclical problem where this child doesn't have a father in the home because of the system. And
I agree, it is cyclical.
And then
I absolutely agree.
this child
and
grows
it's because
up
the father's not in the home. And so that child's going to grow up and father children, and they're not going to be in the home. And it's going to continue and continue and
This
continue.
is what systemic racism is, though. It's a cyclical thing that's not the problem of the kid, or not the fault of the kid.
It is not created because of a bias.
You don't think
I'm
there's
not going to go off of that. No.
there's no bias in America
Yeah.
when it comes to race. You don't think so?
You're not going to pigeonhole me into that.
I'm not even trying to pigeonhole him into anything. He literally admitted that he understands cycles of poverty or the cyclical nature of systemic racism.
What the fuck do you not understand then, bro? How can you agree with that but disagree with racism existing? What?
It doesn't even make any sense. He basically just
This man is a living contradiction.
exactly contradicted the shit out of himself, bro. Straight living not. The straight human not, bro.
He gotta be getting paid for it.
He's got to be. He knows exactly that there's obviously clear and obvious bias. You know what I'm saying?
How is it not? How is it not fucking plain as day?
When he probably has to bias him damn self.
Literally. That's like going to Brazil and being like, oh, black people seem so fortunate. I don't know what everyone's talking about. They're going to favelas, bro.
Vast majority of them are in favelas, but they're so fortunate to you.
Oh, wow. Black people are doing great. What are you talking about? They're all in favelas. These weren't even built by the government. They had to build those themselves. It's literally the same shit with this guy. No, I don't know what everyone's talking about. Black people are holding themselves down. Bro, there's literally evidence to back up that shit is not true, bro. That shit is, I mean, nowadays, sure, you can say that, but the other decades of fucking history that we had, the fucking 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s, bro, 20s, 10s, 1800s, bro, that shit is non-existent, bro. We were not holding ourselves down.
Oh shit, stand ass. Yeah, bro. This is basically the end of the video.
That beard can make a rug, bro.
Oh god.
Just sew that bitch into a rug, bro. Straight walk on your shit.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video. I said what I need to say. Right?
Damn,
for folks, you know what I'm saying? I'm all an advocate for being able to get for black folks to get the issue together today. But at the end of the day, what that woman was saying at the start, what the dude was saying, right? What he was repeating what the woman was saying, but he couldn't do the audio because YouTube be on some straight bullshit, right? We can continue to move forward while acknowledging the nonsense and using that to be able to pave a way forward for ourselves.
Yep.
Without being an ignoramus, and turning into that brother that consciously schooled.
Yeah. Yeah, these black Republicans are just
Black conservatives, a lot of these dudes be honestly retarded shit.
Been at the peak of my game, top of my legacy, move like I built Notre Dame. So how can I move some shame inside of my heart when I got gold attached to my name? Dropping the smoothest of flows like a ninja, I lock it with maximum aim and I injure. I shut down your multiple cells, I discipline. No, you're not a part of the team, you can't enter. Turn any beat into dinner, they know I remain undefeated, the boy can't be hindered. Really got scars in this game and got gold to my name like a Musa.